This is our presentation about our game, Good Farming Sense. It's a game proposal by Andrew, Xavier, who isn't here, Logan, who also isn't here, and me, Hudson. Introduction. We've decided as a group to make a farm simulation game that will teach your audience the benefits of precision agriculture and why they should try to embed it into their farming systems, replacing their methods with more efficient ones.
What is the game? In our game, the player has a limited amount of fertilizer to use to make crops grow to the maximum. With a fertilizer sensor, the player can check a limited number of spots to see if each are in need of fertilizer. At the end of each round, the number of correctly fertilized spots in need determines the amount of money earned. With money, the player can upgrade the number of sensors to be able to detect and fertilize more of the correct spots for the next round, resulting in an increased profit. The game is won when the player correctly identifies all spots requiring fertilizer in 10 sensing guesses.
The game mechanics. The player starts with one fertilizer sensor. The map is a 10 by 10 grid with 20 squares that need fertilizer. The player has 20 units of fertilizer to use. The 20 squares are randomly clustered in groups of 2 to 5 squares in a row. The player gets 10 turns to sense if a square needs fertilizer. The player can place the 20 units of fertilizer anywhere they choose. In the next round, you can upgrade the number of sensors you have with the money that you've made. You can make money based on how much your crops grew after the season.
First prototype of the game. In the first prototype of the game, we thought that the angle of sunlight in terrain might be a good game mechanic. Since then, we have kept the player movement and the visible grid on the ground and focused on fertilizer and profit as our main game mechanic. The game now. Our game is an unfinished product that is still in development, but we've made a lot of progress. We've added buildings, vehicles, different terrain, fertilizer amount, and 10 by 10 grid, and a soil test. That is an animated reference. It's not the actual game.
Why this helps with precision agriculture. The goal of this game is to teach farmers that investing in technology, sensors, may be able to save money by precisely fertilizing rather than broadcast fertilizing all the land. By using sensing technology, a farmer can increase crop yield, spend less money on fertilizer, and spend less time fertilizing. What's that?
These are our clips.
There was sound with this, but I guess the sound isn't playing. These two are animated references of our game, again. Sort of trailers, I guess. And these two photos over here are actual clips of our map right now. The clips of our game's map and whatever. Ben, do you have any questions?
So sensing technology exists in real life right now, is that correct?
Correct.
That's neat. So what does that look like? Is it something that's in the ground or is it something that you see from the air?
Like in the ground.
Okay.
It senses the nutrients and whatnot in the soil.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's great seeing the 3D perspective and the animation.